All right. So 9Dan, 13-7 9Dan has challenged me to a 20-minute main time, 40-second Byoyomi game. So, very long time controls by 9Dan standards. Extremely long. So perhaps this will be a real intense game. Yeah, I mean, it's good not to count yourself out. I have learned that it really doesn't matter how smart you are if you just devote enough time to understand. You can understand anything as a human. But, you know, many people who don't feel smart or who want to um, define their character without um, understanding something will then count themselves out of putting enough time in to reach whatever goal that they have or understand or whatever. And it's not like it's inherently better to then understand something. It's not like you have to reach for that. But still, if you spend enough time, I think anyone can understand anything. Absorbing information differently? Sure. I mean, I don't have very much life experience with that kind of struggle. Um, I have more life experience in being dumb. Hands-on learning? Believe it or not, that just means you're a Sumego learner. It's most common, you know? People always like to say, oh, you should just, learn from a teacher, learn from um, review, from understanding. But it's also entirely possible to just get your hands on the ghost stones many, 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 many times and understand that way. I'm going to press down here. I don't buy this stuff about not going on Fox until a certain rank or whatever. Play on Fox whenever you want. Okay, so they did go through. Interesting. I think playing on Fox is good. For all ranks. PandaNet 2, sure. Okay. Admittedly, I didn't think so much on my last move. And it caused a problem. I think this way is actually good. I'll try. Very unusual move. It's like possible you can argue that the diagonal is better for the control of this part. Probably. But in this case, I wanted this done here. And I was sort of expecting this move. That's not... So I wonder whether this was actually bad. You can't tell. I think I need to play here quickly though, because otherwise it's really annoying to add a move answering. Looks good for white. I'm glad I have your approval. I don't really believe it yet. I'm not a fan yet. I think this is like slightly good for black, but only slightly. I think it's okay. Considering how difficult it often is when the opponents invade both 3/3s and then play perfectly. Like just, you know, come in and handle. I'm really not upset with this. I've played many times this kind of opening against the bots recently, where you just put 2/4/4s and then they force it into this game and then they just save it perfectly and you can't do anything. This doesn't seem as bad as it's been against the bots, but I could be wrong. Yeah, this looks good for black. I approve of this direction from their perspective. Can I play here in this one? Is it good? I just don't like it, the idea that they're gonna get this control. I'd rather them get this control since I'll try it. I don't think I've ever actually played it. So he's gonna play here and then I need to large nice move. I know this Joseki, but I've never played it. So this is a new one for me. Seems like actually blocking now is good. I actually don't know the follow-up for the Joseki very much at all. It's possible to go here and then go back, right? It's honestly not unreasonable when I have this already here, right? And then I dare them to challenge this part. They're gonna use this one if I do it like that. So if I do this too early, they use that one, and then I can only sack not very comfortably. Because you're supposed to use this one at a good timing, proper timing. Well, I guess you could still use it. Here, 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 here. You just don't have the time. I will try this way. It means, oh, okay, here I can just add a move. I think it's not unreasonable to just jump or something like that. I can also Hane and extend rather than jump to apply more pressure that they need to go there. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Hane must be right. Hane extend should be the good way here. Yes. This, I don't know about the follow-up of the Joseki when they just capture, actually. Which is very stupid, but... it's usually Tanuki, but on this board, then there was nowhere that special to Tanuki 2. I could have played here as well, or I could have played down here, but I didn't think they were more important than this. I think this is actually like really relevant here. I can cut, by the way, right now. If I cut, then he just wants to give me this area and say it's small, which is true, it is small. So I think it's making more sense to not cut, to just reserve that. Let's try. Descend for forcing moves in top right. It's not really about the forcing moves, it's about the territory here. I don't understand what forcing moves even are, to be honest. Why would you sack? You can save. It's just better. So if I play here, then they plan to make the full squeeze. It makes me tempted to do this one. And then their cut is actually not useful at all, right? So I think it's good. Although normally this is not so pleasant because we give them a stronger sente here. In this case, it really helps the thickness situation over there. And now they're going to try to organize everything, which is making sense. They're trying to say, hey, you went too territorial. I can fix everything together here. If I cut now, then they will Atari and extend here, right? So it's actually become kind of fixed naturally. That's nice for them. What is the correct way to handle a group like this? How do I make the correct counterattacking? Seems like this move is a little slow. It probably should have been this side. I'm not exactly sure. I think I can only just clamp. I don't think I have anything better, unfortunately. Cut would have been pleasant. I mean, it's possible I should play the cut anyway and dare with this group, right? That's entirely reasonable. Yeah, that's what they were thinking about. Now I'm pretty sure I'm safe already. So, what to do? Hello, Spur. Seems I should play in this general area. Coming over here. I was thinking about cap. It seems like they want to cover this part mostly, though. Somehow, if they block here, force me to play the move to save myself, and then play a move around here. Seems like this doesn't do anything. They're also probably interested in making sentais over there. And going back. Maybe I should just fly over here somehow. He's gonna knights move. Can I put the stone in properly deep? Why not, right? Interesting. Having fun. The idea is always to stay safe and apply pressure that their defensive move is bad. It can be slow. That's very understandable from black. I'm wondering about this move. And then I get split, but break that. It's probably not good. Does this work? Black and Q11. So if black Q11s, that chooses a shape for them, which allows me to break through to this part well. So they're just going to back off. Q11, P11 would allow me to play in this area, which is the main point, is I'm trying to play in this area. So something like this one. And eventually they came back, so it feels good. I exchanged this for a move over here, basically. They got scared. I've watched a couple of Ghost Taken games recently. It's a nice compliment, thank you. This is a defense of the center, actually, secretly. I'm using some Aji through the weakness through here. Can't I Atari right now? Wait, what shape is he gonna make? Isn't that weird? I actually don't need to wait. I was going to wait and use this and this, which is a good technique, but he can dodge it as well. And anyway, this one, like, I think he would maybe actually want to come back. This one also looks like a good technique. He doesn't have a good shape to answer this part. This must be good. Right? Surely. Yeah, of course he was going to play away when this happens. It's just that the Aji that's left behind looks like it's good in general for white there. The shape. It's a nice move. I should definitely answer. The territory situation looks good for black, to be honest. I don't know exactly how, but it seems like I haven't done that well this game. Don't know why. So here, I was expecting that I would just play here, but somehow when it actually happens, I want something more. Is this acceptable? Oh, I should turn on my sound so I can hear my Byomi. It feels wrong to try to fight it, but somehow it also feels necessary. I guess he's gonna play here, right? And then I'll just connect, so it's fine. I can't go and cut because I'm gonna get blasted, I think. I guess I could try. You can always try. Surely I'd get blasted, right? I think that's how it works. Because there's no point, right? So it should just come back. Okay, so now that's aiming at attaching here, which would reduce not that many points, right? It's mostly getting his own points in the center and protecting my breaking shape threats. Shape breaking, however you say it. Don't you guys think it's a massive move to play here? Am I crazy? Seems like a huge deal. Okay, so this part of the game where I must save myself. I want to save myself through here. It's so annoying. I would have liked to peep there and block as well to prevent this stuff. But then I was worried that he could get both sides basically, and then that would be good for him. But I thought I could Hana here, and I thought that this is good if I can Hana here. But I'm realizing it's not that easy, not that comfortable. So I need my maximum second threat. Huh, tough, isn't it? Oh, I don't like it. I don't like what's happening now. Maybe I need to still just connect, despite the fact it's very scary. No, it must be... Annoying. This is the annoying part. But there were other annoying parts too. Like if I played here, there'd be this peep. It was hard to not be annoyed at that moment. Very hard. So here the problem is, I thought here he has to exchange this, but actually he's going to leave it, and later he's going to exchange that in order to kill me locally. So it's actually really, really bad. Obviously, I'm not like gonna die, but or yet, but it looks like I lose territory and don't get much back for breaking this part. Like I want to make a nice shape. Yeah. Super normal good move. Often you play here in such situations. In this case, I will do that if I don't die. But it seems pretty tough to not die. Ah. I'm gonna spend a BOV here. I really don't want to just collapse. Hello, Spoodger. Am I winning? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. I can save these stones now and then have a clean life as well. Is that good enough? I think I have to do it. So they come in. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Uh-oh. I'm in big trouble. Giving up one stone here, very reasonable, but hard to do. Hard to do. So giving up this one stone might be the plan instead. It's pretty disgusting, but what can I do? Yeah, move's mandatory. The push here was very big as well, but it was not. Unfortunately, it was not Sente, I think, while I was defending this. I mean, I could have tried to make it so, but it didn't look like it was going to be. So now, if I extend, and then he tries to murder, I'll be fine, so I can definitely extend. And I needed to save, so I couldn't have a timing to save this, unfortunately. Now here, yeah, that part is unsavable, so it has to be this way. And then it's how I treat this part, which is the last skill moment here. Well, not the last skill moment, but the last decisive. There. Why would his connections look thin here? Doesn't he look very thick? Like he just got thickness from everything, right? He has many connections, they're all thick. Can I use this? Here. Is R18 really that big? R18 might not have been big. I was really hoping there's weaknesses here. It's hard to prove. Okay, so now he has here and wedge, and then connect, and here, and then this whole group can still be weak. So maybe I need to push. Maybe I need to push here to forestall it. Hello, Kuronosuke. Hope you're doing well. He changed this to say I'm a bit smaller and I answer. Can't I run through here and accept this? Get only one eye and then get chased forever? It's not really possible, is it? If I push here, and then I accept, and he blocks, it's not good. Sad. Perhaps it was a bad exchange. I don't know. It was so valuable to turn here and then try to save myself with the exit eye here as well. It's just this like so bad what was going to happen in this shape. His timing was perfect, I think, at that moment. I don't know what I'm doing. I just have to break something. Because he should be winning now. I really have no areas, right? Like just the right side. And he has plenty. What does the title mean? I don't know. No, it's not a Chat GPT title. I just made it. I was being silly. I typed. I was thinking about no stones unturned. I was like, you know what? I've always left my stones unturned. How do I unturn my stones? This is terrible. Isn't it okay now? Am I crazy? Ah, clever. I didn't see it coming. So here, 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 and then here, and I'm fucked. So that means the trick is to capture once. And then if he goes here, then I can connect. No, 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 it's still not working. I have to go here? No, I can't. I have to capture once. That I didn't see this technique. I didn't see how it worked. My bad, my bad. I obviously was just trolling at the end here due to losing. This should be game over, right? That should be too bad to play on. This one is the biggest now? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Can I resign? I can, right? I have the button. Click the button. Let's see. How is the game? It did feel like this. Yeah. I'm just losing. I understand this is the right thing to do, but you can't play. After this, you just lose. Darn, man. The game is hard. This game is hard. Anyway, let's go review by myself. Oof, very tough. Very, very, very tough. We shall not report him for cheating, unfortunately. Some opponents can actually just play that well at 9 dan. Alas, they are the GOAT. Yeah, from the very beginning here, I find it very awkward. I find it very awkward to play these positions where they invade several times. I really don't like it. I think I should have probably diagonaled here. But with respect to like how bad you get beat up, this is really not so bad. I had a good idea to leave the upper left as defense rather than offense. Somehow I'm a little small on the left side, on the bottom left. How do you judge playing or not playing J15? After the Atari and extend down. It's much later. J15. After the Atari and extend down. What? Wait, when did the Atari before that? At this moment, whether I should play here? Yeah, I don't know. I got it wrong, I think, in the game. Oh, how do you judge whether or not you should play immediately this one now? The common follow-up. This is just like this. The strategic direction of this one is you're running these stones out that way, and you don't care very much for the other pressure. So in this case, this one is more urgent. Like what's going on over here is actually really very annoying when black gets to go here and then leave the pressure of these things and then also put the pressure that they build a bottom side that's really big. It's not like this one has anything to do with my decision whether to do that or not. It's just like, is that the strategy that you want? It's obviously it's a move that you can play, and we choose the moves that we play depending on whether that's applying pressure, whether that's an overall strategy. I think this move is bad, but I'm not sure really. Yeah, I don't know how to do that part much better. As far as I'm concerned, this is like, from this moment, this is like responsibly done, professionally done. It's just that you don't get any joy from that kind of position. And then here, I think this one is a bit wrong. Definitely a bit wrong. I think that at that moment it should be here. Should be. Probably. But honestly, it's not that stupid to leave it as a defense. Like this game, what happened was I went and took a lot of big territories and I made him do the center stuff, and then I went and reduced the center stuff effectively. Right? So how did he make the game so easy for himself anyway? It's really hard to understand. Was I supposed to cut here? Maybe? I get the feeling as well that this one is not the right shape. But I don't know. If it's not the right shape, I don't know how it could possibly be better to do it this way. This doesn't look right to me at all. So it's like, surely this is an acceptable shape. It's just control over here is really bad. Anyway. Here, maybe I was supposed to cut. If I do this in Hane, and I get myself into danger, and then fix it. So here, I guess black should do it in this sequencing. And then white has to come back to fix this part. Probably like this. That doesn't look right for white. It looks very wrong. So you don't really have time for that. Sort of as expected. Turnamja played on Baduk TV. Wow, really? That's awesome. Turnamja is a streamer. Maybe ex-streamer at this point. He used to stream a lot when I was watching a lot more Go Twitch. He's not a very strong amateur, but a good amateur. Dan player. Strong Dan player. Awesome that you got to play on Baduk TV. I don't know how that happened. Took 3 stones from a pro. That's exciting. That sounds like it would be very pro favored, honestly. A special amateur versus pro event, yeah. Seems fun. One thing I noticed is that when it gets to the pro level, people hate giving enough handicap. Because it's pretty unfun for the game to just be, you couldn't catch up, there wasn't enough time. So they tend to give themselves like only enough handicap that there's enough time as long as they play decently as a pro level. Meaning that the weaker player always loses the handicap games if they don't get enough handy. What went wrong this game, man? It was probably... This one was slightly wrong. Maybe the cap was slightly wrong? This... I guess it's possible that this was wrong, but it really doesn't feel bad. How many handicaps did I take for... It depends so much on who the pro is. There are some pros that... I could take, honestly, just directly. Those are the pros who are really old or really weak for some, strange reason. But against Shinjin So, I think 5 is probably not enough. 5 stones. Shinjin So is actually better at exploiting human vulnerability than the Katagos. So I think that 5 is, like, very scary against Shinjin So. Maybe I'd win. At least some of the time. Probably with 5 stones I'd win a good amount of the time. And 4 stones it would be pretty hard. And 3 stones almost never. Basically never. I bet 3 stones against Shinjin So I lose 99% of the time. What went wrong, man? Wait, what's actually happening in this game? You believe in me 2% of the time I can keep the 3-stone advantage? I appreciate it, man. It does seem like the right side was a bit bad, perhaps. But normally this is supposed to be quite good. I think the upper right corner was not a good plan. Like this must have been quite bad. Can you attack the center? Not really. Because attack it for what is the problem? After G16 exchange feels... I think the G16 exchange is honestly kind of helping me. Before that, it's even awkward. But I do agree that, like, at that moment, the game gets worse, and I think it's because this move is slow. I think it's bad. That move must have been supposed to be down here or something. Excuse me. Connect instead of slide. You want to play this way. I think it's typically bad, right? I thought the slide is necessary in these situations, particularly since I don't care about this one. So like they just play here, and then you have to take care anyway, and then they can generally apply pressure. I think it's an entirely different game, but it's supposed to be like a bit worse. But if I'm gonna play this one, it's probably worse this way. So I don't know. Maybe here I'm supposed to go down. It seems so stupid. Because when you go down, you can't attack that because he's quite thick. If only this turn had more effect on the corner, it would be actually kind of comfortable. But since he's so thick, since this turn is so useless, I can't really go down. It must be good this way. Like, this part must have been good. Maybe it's just that the Atari is bad? Giving him the Ko shape is actually pleasant for him, maybe? I bet that's true as well. Play G16 myself. But that part, the problem is if I take it, it's quite over-concentrated. That's the problem. I ended up taking it after he plays here in a slightly better shape. So I think it's... I think what I did is like justifiable in this part. So perhaps here I was not supposed to Atari directly. Yeah, what about Triple Honey first? Isn't this better? Without the Atari? This is better. I should have triple on it. Okay. I didn't think about that. I should have thought. I see. I wasn't very aggressive to the surroundedness with my thickness. It's just a big problem, actually. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's my mistake. Helped to shape a bit. Here I was thinking about making some cut, and I thought it's not playable. Because if you cut here, for example, going and capturing the stone on the side is not useful. Because you still will get in trouble after the cutting thing, I think. Right? Maybe this is not that bad. Maybe even you play this way. Actually, this could make the weakness here more important to the game, but I still have some serious weaknesses here. Like later what happened with the switch back, the flip back was really annoying, man. And then this one, yeah, justifiable for complaining that this one was supposed to be something to handle this part a bit better, but handling this part, the problem is it's so over-concentrated. If you put defensive stones, that's also a lose condition, you guys. Like, you can lose. Here I thought I can just extend, and I can. Maybe it's better. If all the other things are getting beat up, maybe it's better that way, but it's so ugly. It's so ugly what's happening here. I don't know what to do. Perhaps I was supposed to use it this way. I just thought this is so ugly. Like, surely not. Ugh. It's quite disgusting. I ended up just protecting and being alive that way. And then this move is so sharp. It's so good, actually. You can't play on this side because they're going to play underneath like this, and then you die. So if eventually you have to save this back, then you just lost more. So I had to play on this side. It's very bad. It's a great move. I didn't see this one coming. I was only thinking they were going to play like this one, and then I was ready to play this stuff. Try to be aggressive. But honestly, that is also not so good. But this one is perfect, I think. Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe it's still acceptable for us. I think that was a wrong direction, probably, actually, from black. Wasn't it? If they had started here... Wasn't this more scary? Like, we have to be more compressed this way? I don't know what went strategically wrong this game. That made it so hard. It must have been the right side stuff. And then the tiger, the triple. You don't like the center. This stuff? To me, it seems obvious here that this is gaining. Black getting K3 is a problem. That was true. That's true. But K3 came from this moment. Like, this is the moment when I could have stopped K3. Play this way. From here, I have to defend that, and then he gets K3. I thought this was not going to be a problem because this is strong and meaning this area, and because this is still a weak group and this is strong, right? So I thought this area shouldn't be that important, but actually there was basically no other empty area. So when they control this empty area, all I could do was like sit around and do nothing. So like I tried to control the right side. And then I got a lot of counterattacking potential there, which I then used to effectively break the center by getting this exchange, which covers this. So I then broke this part and got them to only take the bottom side. So all that they gained is the 10 points here. And I got to break the other things, get strength, give, you know, reduction here, reduction. But the problem is that, you know, plus 10 is not matched. I give black moves in this. This kind of target, if black wants to take the moves in the center, he gets to. Like, I don't get to kill him. I know how you're thinking, Tang Jie, but this is actually why you're not a pro. Like, you need to be more gentle with a group like this. Like, when I let him play this move, that should be a gain for me. I understand I'm letting him play that, but if he wants to do that, he has to be able to do it. I don't get to say, no, you'll never spend a move there. Like, I'm not losing value. But the only thing you can say I'm losing value is that this stone is too close. The Hane can be wrong, but it's so big. Man, I really just don't know. I don't know what was wrong, man. And it's like, maybe instead of breaking this area, is better to be more relaxed. But it's so hard. Obviously that was good. Yeah, I'm just short of liberties in the center, and it's thin in shape. I mean, at this point, the game is just not winnable anymore, even though I try. I guess technically I should play here rather than connect. But I don't think it matters. Let's see what Katago says. So, from the start, here, what is Katago's recommendation for how to treat this? You must flying knife? No. You must go here and try to switch it. Ah, this is what the top players are doing, isn't it? They prefer this kind of shape, which is closer and therefore more, like, you can more clearly show where you're getting when they invade. Yeah. Okay, so I will remember that. For the future, when this kind of Fuseki happens, this is a situation where if you block both sides towards each other, it just becomes so difficult to hold on to the value. Yeah, here, I had it slightly wrong. This way is tough, I thought, because they can take value there. But actually you have a Sente move, so you can use that Sente move to establish the cut and then establish a fight. It's like really complicated, isn't it? Here you get that one, and then here, and both sides are very intensely fighting. You can easily fuck up as white, this kind of thing. You must escape. Tough. So in the actual game here, black was just a bit better. My move diagonal was a bit better, as I thought. You could play here and then accept that. I know that too. I was thinking about it. Diagonal here. This is the AI way, huh? Diagonal here means we're catching them and covering. And here we're just accepting. That's actually very reasonable, since the accepting here is a good sequence. No need to stop it. Okay, I can remember that. It doesn't like this one? Seriously? Also, what is one space jump? What is push? Push in this shape? Seriously? So it really does want to cover this. It thinks it's not over-concentrated. And it hates this. Seriously? It doesn't lose value if he answers. It hates it because he can go here. And it actually thinks... black jump. Wow. It thinks black can cover this area big if you don't go there right now. So that was kind of important. Anyway, I did this. I tried the 3-3 invasion. And this. I haven't played this before. It actually prefers... playing here, allowing the pincer because I'm already having a base, and then just walking in this direction. And then this one is, yeah, using the power to walk in that direction fast. It's making sense actually. If you have, yeah. If you have the thickness, and you need that space, and you use the thickness to make the thin shape, going for that space. This move is not even bad. It was not bad. Other moves like this one were worse. You could use this first. And then it wants the outside Atari while this is sacrificable. Normally this is a bad variation in the situations where you have the thickness, like I do in the game, right? So now, I thought it would be bad here. Usually this is bad. Because the last important thing is here. So that one is not necessarily as bad as I thought. If you're not planning on putting pressure. I see. So it's just fine. Yeah, okay, my move is not exactly correct, and this is the way. This one puts a huge amount of direct pressure here, allowing this, but saying Hane would be valuable. You go capture this. So that was the most important way. I had a feeling my shape is wrong, but it's good to know this is the move, and then you fix it, and then this is the correct shape, even though it's Gote. And this one is also Gote, but this one is less control over the corner. So that's how I could get more control there. Alright, here, I did not know. Okay, I thought this is bad. We're gonna go all the way through this whole line, which I thought was ultimately bad for white here. It says it can answer and then live this part still. Then it would be good. Seriously? You can still live this part? Really? Kill it. Why not here? How is this good for white? So I can Atari, I can break through something over here. I can use these Sente if you want. But those are not exactly it. This one, you just answer. This one, you just answer. Isn't it, haven't I played all the blue moves? No, it doesn't want that one, no? You just answer. Oh, we don't want to let it nick up, obviously. But still, answer, answer. It should be better this way, right? How, what is this move about? Black thickens this, kills all that, clean. And white is better because we get a forcing move over here and kill this. I think this, oh my goodness. White just got to scam this area and get the area here. That's all white wants. Wow, 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 wow. Play on the edge of death to the point of literally dying. Okay. Okay. So you can cut because we can die over there. So this is a gaining exchange. The actual precise move it wants is just jump here to walk towards these things generally. I know the jump is playable, but I think basically if I had played R9, then the game is much easier. Like this. But there I gain something here, it goes like this. Yeah, I can actually go down directly and then dare with this group, and it actually looks that better. Even, what? This doesn't make any sense to me. To dare after making him play. Every human, I think, will just try to kill this group, right? Surely. So, I don't know, take the thickness. Yeah, you've got to answer, take the thickness. Isn't this weight so bad? What? Wait, not that way, obviously, but here, what is even... You can just about barely handle this. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way, that way, and this way. Wow. God, man. There's so many ways to save such groups that this one was passive. Needed to be here and dare him, and then I can play just for the thickness and handle the thickness. It's actually, that's the way to be much easier. My way loses a couple points, get punished seriously. Here, he's not supposed to answer, he's supposed to counterfight and say that my center... Ah, it's because I have this one, because I'm establishing... Yeah. So I messed up. I at least caught one of my mistakes in review. That this helped his shape a lot, so I needed to play here. Exchanged the peep and then came here. It was actually better to just answer. The peep is helping him, and I can't easily break that part. And then this one was slow. Wow, we'll come over here, because later he's gonna break this entirely. Come over here means we are gonna accept everything. No, it means we don't have to, it means this is proper Gote now. Okay. That's more acceptable. This is so hard stuff, by the way. Okay, so that territory move on the left side, I really underestimated its control added. And also this move is acceptable. What does that mean? It means clamp? No? Why would we play that if we're not going to clamp it? We're playing it to be able to run out. We're aiming at the run out and then the cuts through here. So getting the cuts there, it actually makes my game way harder, doesn't it? Because I have to use them. It's interesting that fighting this is actually valuable. It's not my intuition at all. I would think that, like, you play that and then it doesn't mean anything, but actually it's valuable because this stuff has value. We're just gonna play on this side, right? This is my reading later. So the point was that by playing over here, we made it so that we're literally much stronger, and we can squeeze much harder and take care of this, break the bottom. It's making sense. So then it was the push here, which is very bad. Even peep was not good either, though. You only can play here, just as one exchange, and then play on this side. You have to dare with this group so hard. Oh my god. This kind of stuff is so scary to actually do in my real game. Like, I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die, man. I don't know what to do. How do you do it? I know I would be a better player if I can handle this stuff. Like, I don't know how to do it. This is so scary, but there must be a way. That's so annoying, honestly. I guess I can at least do it this way. And then he has to basically play away. If he would properly try to attack this, he's getting really weak. And now I can play away. Now I can get behind it because I have a clear method of how I can save the desperate attacking. Okay, so my method, the correct method to save here Oh, this one is slow because of that. But my method of pushing here was really bad to let him play there. And it would be much better to do it this way, at least. And aim at saving these stones naturally and already living. Then he can come in and yeah. That's what happened later. So yeah. Here, capture. I really wanted to Hane, but I was so scared because I realized I can't do this because he's gonna ignore and then the Ko is not playable. So you have to fight this way and here. And then the Hane is acceptable. Really? It's acceptable now? It must be about fighting the Ko when it's light. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Maybe this is acceptable now. It's really hard to control this kind of game. Man. And eventually he goes here. He finds it. And yeah, there's nothing much I can do. It was so big. It's why the AI is showing me and yelling at me for taking Gote. It's just such a massive move. I can't do anything about it. I need to just answer. But this is gaining me back actually when I fight for this and he answers passive. And then I answered, but it was not acceptable. How can you play away completely, man? That doesn't seem real. It's not locally alive. So how come black doesn't just kill us? Okay, first of all, if black literally goes and just kills us, then surely we have... Yeah, we have potential eye stuff happening over here. Full squeeze. This one, making potential eye there, and also breaking this part if black doesn't answer. Then this one, if black really tries to kill, we have cut. Ko. But this Ko is good. Black wouldn't actually do that. Black would be playing this kind of move and letting us live. And I guess in that case, it's actually better. Just a bit. So I tried this stuff and then going like crazy. Because here I was upset that he didn't... That he just let me reduce. That he didn't make anything complicated. But I'm the one who stopped complicated things from happening by blocking here. It's my bad. It's my bad. It's my bad. It's actually my bad. It's not working anymore. I am just screwed. Even though I play the right moves now, it's not effective anyway. I need to play here, but still gonna lose. Oh, what a stupid move! I forgot that I'm literally connected to everything with the two stones, and I knew about the Ko here. I knew that that Ko is very big. I just can't do anything that's sensible about it. I guess pushing through is better, huh? Yeah, okay, so there are a few moments when I can take a little more opportunity. This game is just so hard, really. How do you win against a player like that? You have to play everything so accurate. Can I even freaking just remember? Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Sorry guys. Give me a moment. Is it still fitting? Okay. If this one were closer, would it change things? Let's say white plays here and black jumps. Now we must do it this way. Okay, so now it's a very different story. Because now you have the actual attack on this. I see. So the problem with this variation here was that it was hard for me to make use of the weakness of those stones. And then his mistake was actually letting me do it. So he should have covered it cleanly like this and then covered and made it so difficult for me to approach this. Then there's still a cut to approach it, but it would be not that good. So then when he plays this one, it's a big mistake. It lets me approach it. He gets to break this, but the Hane is so strong to squeeze or kill the 4 stones is so valuable because it means that this one is weak too. Then he has to save himself and I can gain. So I lose a lot of value not being able to attack this stuff, which comes from the fundamental thing I was doing. That was relying on being able to attack that. And I couldn't. This part, okay, cut is correct because in the variations that I was scared of, I can sacrifice my entire upper left group. Now that's really hard, but honestly, in order to beat this kind of player, it has to be the kind of thing I go for, right? Like to challenge them, a player who's this correct about everything, you have to give them bait. You have to give them things to go after which they think are correct but are wrong about. Which means you have to do the like super advanced stuff sometimes. So you cut and you say, go ahead, chase me, and if you dare, then there. Oh my god, it's very complicated. Right, if you dare try to take Sente and go kill me, then I will let you, and I will be able to play from the bottom left, gain from there, and I will be able to play from the upper right and gain from there. And those things, the top, the right, the bottom left, they all gain so much that in fact white seizes control of the game when white can make counterattacks, despite the fact that you can technically kill. And to imagine it from now is super high level, but necessary. It's the only way to win at this level. That's tough. That is tough. So instead I took Clamp. It's not acceptable. It's not. Then I took this one. Yeah, the correct move was actually Cap. It was actually my initial feeling. And then what was the reason I didn't like this, guys? Do you remember? I thought he's going to play from this side. I'm going to have to answer. And then he's going to play to cover it. Right? I was thinking like this and here. So this way I thought that my capping stone would be misplaced. But I was wrong. The capping stone is well placed. Because this area is not very big. That's the key thing. This is not a win condition for black. Just to secure some control of this area. And I can actually control... Largely it's because this area I can match its size. So I can put pressure still and put pressure here still. So the cap was the key move here. And if I dare do this stuff, then when he takes the cap back against me, I must challenge. Basically the way I play forces me to go in and make the challenge, which actually makes the game totally playable and easy for me, but it's something I'm scared of. I just need to not be scared of it, actually. If I'm gonna play like this, that's fine. Let's do it. Let's not be scared and let's figure out how to do it. Like, I need to learn that. I cannot play within my comfort zone and then expect to improve. It doesn't make sense. Then finally, this is just a tactical mistake. I didn't understand what was happening. I hope to do this kind of tactics much better. This honestly, it's a very basic mistake here. Just not using his surroundedness for no reason. Fix his surroundedness. I thought like anything he does is gonna be bad shape, but that's not how it works. I'm an idiot. And then I largely lose the game off of the lack of control of handling after this move. It's just not a move I expected. to be, and it genuinely isn't actually that scary. But it's because after this one, I allowed this one, and then this is actually that scary. That's what I need to recognize from this game. I mean, honestly, okay, I was getting outplayed. I was making some mistakes, but largely this game is lost off of this moment when he gets to play here. Then now the game is over. Before that, Black is winning, but it's still like a reversible and playable, exciting game. But then after that, it was just Black win for free attack, you know? So the main mistakes, I didn't take advantage of the attack there. So let's come back. Let's come back. Let's see. So to critique this game properly. So first of all, when they come in, and they come in high, you can Knight's move here and aim at a surround on that when you have this done. That is making sense to apply pressure that this is big, and if you have the Sente, then he should actually be surrounded, which makes the game very intense and exciting. It's something to think about for next time. This one is fine, but if I do that, I can... yeah, I can allow him to push through and allow me to get more power on either side. It's actually the power here which is more beneficial than the power here, because the power here is somewhat awkward to use it to take the area. Actually, I should go take the area, and the fact that I don't take the area there allows him to quickly make a push here and compress me, and then that compression gives me more difficulty for how to handle that group. So although this group looks like it would be over-concentrated, taking care of an area here, since the value of that area is very high, if I can take care of, like, get this area as I reduce that one, then that's actually taking care of my weak group, walking to a valuable area. I just don't like this Joseki, honestly. the way that it turned out, I'm not a fan. I think this is something I should do when I'm trying to live by myself. Oh my, I have to go, by the way. I didn't realize this is taking so long. Citrus 1330, by the way, thanks for the follow. I should do this when I'm only trying to save over there and the outside is not so valuable. In this case, the outside is too valuable, so it's not very efficient. I should have done a more coherent overall plan to let him make the topside valuable and then to reduce it. That would have been a game plan. And then here. So I shouldn't target the pull-out variation. Excuse me. Unless I'm trying to attack directly. So when I am playing an overall global position where I cannot easily go for such an attack, it's not so clean. Then the main theme of this is the attack. So his eating that one stone, I know that eating one stone is not so comfortable there. It's not amazing, but what I really disrespected is just how amazing it is to put the pressure back on these 4 stones. That's the main thing I should remember from this one. If you're going to cut, leave him to be weak, then you must show that you can make good things happen there. And this one is really passive to do it. I knew it's not right. I knew the other one is not right. I couldn't find the right move. I should have tested myself further. The right move should be one which is more high pressure. And then here, yes, that capping move, which is my first intuition, it was not punished the way that I thought it was. I should not be afraid of my opponent's area, which is too small to actually be high value. Yeah, if my opponent wants to cover an area which is too small, then I need to let them. That's key. And then here, when I take control of the outside, this is not so bad, but it's also not so good. And if I know already that I'm losing control of the game, I need to go challenge. And actually challenging will make the game quite easier for me, so long as I'm not going to fall apart. And I wouldn't fall apart here because I only have to take care of this other group on this board. It's this group and this group, and it's impossible for Black to push those two against each other. So as I only have to take care of this group, basically, it's not going to be very difficult for me to do so. I can simply push use the area, use the area, use the counter Aji. And because he's quite thin over here, he hasn't spent the extra move. There's no chance that he would really get enough time to put pressure. And because of the attach under here, the Aji that I have against these 2 stuns. Basically, these 2 stuns and those 3 stuns, they are thin enough for me to save, although not thin enough for me to attack. So I needed to use that way of using their weakness in order to get something back, rather than get something back in the center, which is not valuable enough. Here, huge mistake in terms of surroundedness and Aji. I know about that. Yeah. Okay, so when I have a main threat and I want to lose that main threat, that is bad. That is obviously bad. Oh, what a dumb thing to learn, but that's okay. That's okay. This one was a wrong move, right, as well. The AI yelled at me, but why? Why? I should take care of the other stuff. It's basically because over here I'm very thin. I really just did not understand how thin this was. I was thinking like I should be able to hold it together, but you actually should not be able to hold it together. And if I know I'm not supposed to be able to hold it together here, then it's an entirely different story how I can treat that. But that's actually really tough. Like really tough to be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be able to hold it together. But I can understand that Hane is not that strong. And then here, this is the most critical mistake of them all, is just allowing him to attack my eye space at the same time as creating a cut, which I cannot defend while I defend my eye space efficiently. It's the benefit to him is just the extra territory that he gets over here, and the expected territory, and that's just like, that's honestly very obvious when I look at it now, that if you take care of this, then you give him less expected territory from the attack. Like, that's what I should have been focused on. But it wasn't, so I lost some control. And then lost the game. From now, I don't think I really did this part that badly. It's just, I knew I was losing, so I should leave this to be weak, I guess. That's one thing. If you know you're losing, why not just go ahead and let the opponent try to kill you? If I could find a exciting move here, it would be good. Okay, I gotta go, guys. Thanks all for watching. Gotta teach. See you later.